There's a marketing tactic that I can virtually guarantee you probably hate. And you don't want to do it. But guess what? You should. Because every time I stop doing this, I find that my results go down by 5 times. Or the reverse of that. Every time I start doing it again, my results quintuple. That's right. 5 times is quintuple. Okay, here's what they are. Pop-ups. Yes, I believe you should be using pop-ups on your website. Let's talk about 5 or 6 different kinds of pop-ups that I strongly recommend you consider testing on your website. And I'm going to say this, consider testing it. It's not an absolute mandate. Test and put in the ones that work and eliminate the ones that don't, because this is a pure results-oriented strategy that if you try it and it doesn't work, get rid of it. All right, here's the first one. Exit intent pop-ups. What's an exit intent pop-up? It's when a pop-up comes up when someone goes up to the corner to hit the back button or to leave that page and gives people an offer to get their email address or to do something else. Most cases, I'm going to assume in most cases, you're using this primarily for the purpose of getting people's email addresses. Okay, so an exit intent pop-up works incredibly well to do that. Next is one-time offers. So a one-time offer can be a number of different things. It can be a coupon or a gift certificate. It can be an offer for a report or a video or something like that, but something that where this is getting them to opt in order to get your one-time offer. Next is what we call a shopping cart abandonment pop-up. So if it's the same as an exit intent pop-up, except this time when they go up to the corner, it only happens when they're in the middle of a shopping cart. So they press the buy button, but they have not actually converted yet. They've not put in all their information. What you're doing here is you're giving them some kind of additional incentive to continue the process of checking out. So that's a shopping cart abandonment pop-up. Next is a list bucketing pop-up. So this is one that you do after you've gotten someone onto your list, where you're basically asking them what they're interested in. And what this enables you to do is to set tags that says, hey, this person is interested in this and this. Don't send them this one, this one, this one, and this one here, because these are the things that they have indicated that they are interested in. You're bucketing your list using a pop-up, and it's an incredibly powerful way of doing that. Next is a chat pop on the side. So we oftentimes will see this, where a little thing will pop up down in the corner that says, hey, do you need any help? We're here to help if you want. And inviting them to put their question in that starts a chat. That can either be an automated chat, an in-person chat. Obviously, in-person works better, but that requires somebody to be monitoring things that way all the time. And so usually it is a combination of a chat pop, of an automated pop chat with, let's try that again. It's a combination of an automated chat with an in-person chat for that. Next, we've been seeing these, and it may just be the newness of them that's working, but a gamification where it comes on and says, hey, spin the wheel to see what discount you're going to get. And they see 80% and 20% and a free offer and nothing and everything. And it spins around and they click a button and it gives them that. It works. We can't deny that. Okay. So those are 6 different kinds of pop-ups that can work on your site. Again, as I said, only test them and only continue using the ones that actually work. Because as I started off this whole thing, you hate pop-ups. Everyone says they hate pop-ups, but they work. And so anything that doesn't work, get rid of. Let's talk about a couple of best practices that make pop-ups less hateful. Okay, the first thing is, see that little X in the corner? Make sure it's on your pop-up. And the tradition is it's in that corner. So put it in that corner. Don't put a little thing down here that says, no, I don't want it. Don't put the X way down here in this corner or way up here in this corner, up out of the pop-up. Put it in the corner of the stupid pop-up. I can't figure out why people make it so hard to get rid of pop-ups. It drives me nuts when I come to a page. So the worst experience with a pop-up that we've all had, we come to a page and we're immediately popped up. There's no way to get off that stupid pop-up. And so what do? We leave the page. We go, I don't care what they're going to give me. I don't care what they're selling. I'm out of here. Okay. So make it easy for them to say, no, I'm not interested yet. Tell me something about your business before you ask me to give me your email address. So while we're on that subject, let me go to the one, it's not in the right space. It's this. Don't show a pop-up until someone's been on your site for 30 to 60 seconds or maybe even longer. You don't ask people to marry you right out of the gate. Give them 30 to 60 seconds before you do that. I joke, but you know what? The worst part about pop-up experience is that it happens instantaneously when you don't know anything about it. And the thing that I hate worst about the pop-ups is the one that are offering me a 20% discount for giving them their email address right then. And it's like, I haven't even looked at your product yet. I don't know anything about this. I don't know if I want to give it to you. I'm not giving it to you. Bam, I'm out of there. Okay, next. Don't show them more than one pop-up in a user session. So a user comes, they click through, 5 pages and they leave. Don't show more than one in that process. There's processes. You can do these with cookies, and we'll see what ends up happening as cookies go away, how we end up doing that. We'll figure out a way to make that work. So it can be one of those pop-ups plus an exit pop. So technically you can have 2, okay? But don't be hitting people with pop-ups every single page they go around their site. That's the first sign that I'm working with an amateur. When I see the same pop-up over and over again as I move through pages on their site, that's another thing that ticks people off. Don't tick people off if you want to get business from them. Next, don't put any pop-ups on an ad landing page. So if you're paying Facebook or Twitter or Google or anybody else to send traffic to a page, you can't have a pop-up on that page. It's against their terms of service and it'll kill your ad. So no pop-ups, including exit intent pop-ups, can happen on those pages. And the final thing in regards to a pop-up in terms of best practices is to make sure it's a relevant offer. Make sure it's something they really want. So the thing that killed pop-ups in the beginning was 18 years ago when a pop-up was for a spy cam showing up on a thing about baby names that start with J. And it's like, why do I need who thought this was a good idea? But so take that same principle, the thing that killed pop-ups going across the web, and think about it in terms of your site. You want every offer that you give them to be something relevant to the page that they are on. So that is something that is likely to be something that they're very interested in. When you follow these rules, that X in the corner, 30 to 60 seconds, not having pop-ups hit over and over again, only using pop-ups that work as you test them, then all of a sudden you're going to see that number that I talked about at the very beginning, which is 5 times the results. It's true. It really does happen. So do that. Don't do the stupid things, and you'll succeed with this particular strategy. What's your thoughts? Let me know. This is Don Crowther saying, just go do this stuff.